yourself. Get up and dance. Level up. 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 Five, four, three, two, one. Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up.
Hey.
Level up, level up, level up. Oh, this on me so yummy. Oh, this is so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy all in your
I don't
tummy.
know if I could do it.
Level up, level up, level up, level up. Level up, level up, level up.
Gotta work
Oh,
on
this on
that.
me so yummy. Oh,
You
this
know
on
that
Come
so
song
in,
is
yummy.
synonymous
ladies.
with torture for us.
Yummy all in your tummy. Them moments they long gone. I won't do them no more. There's no news, there's news. I done did that before.
I've been in church
I'm
too
turning
long.
into
I've been in
something.
church too
My
long.
comeback on 100.
Really?
More action. You
We're
just go
gonna
see
work
some.
on that. We're gonna work on that.
No loss is just upgrading. My lessons and my business. I turn that into money. They gotta never settle. This beat is so
Hey.
much better. I'm
Come
chilling.
in,
I'm winning.
ladies.
Like on
Hey,
another
level
level.
up.
Oh,
Yes.
you can talk all you want. See me as a great.
Share on
Nothing I'm
Facebook.
afraid. And I can
Share, 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 share. Come on.
five, four,
4,
three,
3,
two,
2,
one.
1. Yay!
Level
Level
up,
up.
level up, 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 level up. Oh, this on me so yummy. Oh, this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. Oh, this on me so yummy. Oh, this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy all in your tummy. They freeze get dropped like way. Oh, team love.
So, we are here to level up with you. We are here. We are excited. I had to stop the music because else it's going to turn into a dance party. And
You know.
yeah, that's not quite what we signed up here to do tonight. We're going to have plenty time to do that all
For
month.
that, huh?
But I'm excited. Can we get this shared on social media? Can we take a
Yes.
little moment? So let me
I
see.
just
Let me
shared
check my
it.
phone.
Miss Thinking
Ladies,
lady. Hi,
we're having.
Rosalia.
Hi, Roselia. I need to share this. Let's share this. Let's share this. Let's get it out there. Let everybody know. This is a good time for you to follow us on our YouTube channel. Yep, go right ahead and click on that share button. We want people to get to know that we are on.
Yes.
I mean, we got some things to talk about tonight, and we are definitely going to have fun tonight. It's a ladies' night. How do I even do this? Somebody share this for me, please.
I just did. I just did.
Okay.
And all the ladies
Um,
who are here with us, share it.
share it. Let me get this in our MH group. Hi, ladies. Just waiting for y'all to come in and say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say something. Let us know that you are here and that you're ready to level up and learn what that means, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So we are all shared up. Yes. Invite your
Yep.
friends. Send it out on WhatsApp. Send it out on your Facebook. Tag whoever you have to tag. Let's go. Let them know. Charmaine and Malaika, we're on. And
Um.
Malaika, I'm tagging your husband. I'm tagging mine. I'm like, okay. All right. So we wanted to just come on here, ladies, and we are excited about this month of March. There are so many great things happening in March. I want to first of all big up my guest, Malaika Bell, who is here intentionally to help me discuss this topic of leveling up, our experience. We're going to share that. We're going to also encourage you and basically just celebrate our womanhood, right? This month we're celebrating Women's History Month, the month of March. Whoop, whoop. And this is
Hey.
an excellent opportunity for us to exercise our level up abilities, our skills, our excellence needs to be seen. We should not be ashamed nor shy to express our greatness, to embrace our greatness, to love on ourselves, and most importantly as well, to love on others as well, right? We are very confident, we are very proud, but we are also very loving women, and we don't mind celebrating the greatness in each other. So I celebrate the greatness in you, Malaika. I celebrate your beauty. I celebrate your level up. I celebrate your journey. I definitely celebrate what God is doing in your life now and where He's taking you. I want front row seats, right? I need to be all up in your space. Like I need to see for myself, what God is doing in your life, what you are doing, you and your husband are doing. So I'm just excited. So ladies, just show Malika some love. Um, and as you come in, just hashtag level up, share this, please.
Yes.
We came on a little late,
Yes.
but we are here. We had a little technical difficulty. These things happen sometimes.
The
But this
devil's
is
a liar.
all a part of it. All a part of it. So we have interesting things happening. We have
Mhm.
women. We have our team, our focus for this month, which is Level Up. We
Yes.
also have our Better Wise weekend coming up at the end of this month as well, March 26th, 27th, and 28th. And the team
Yes.
is Level Up, Level Up, Level Up, Level Up, Level Up. Hey! So, uh, we are here to add value to you. We are here to build with you. We are here to definitely share with you
Mhm.
what we know and what we have is not for us to keep to ourselves. So I want us to jump right into it. We're going to talk about the 3 reasons to level up,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting because we are dynamic women. Malika is a powerful woman. You're going to hear a little bit about her just now. I'm going to let her introduce herself officially. But I'm also a very powerful woman, just like you are a powerful woman. And we all have different
Mhm.
perspectives, different approaches to things. And we all have different meanings to certain terms. Like what does level up really mean, right? Let's
Exactly.
talk about that. And feel free to put it in the chat. Let us know what level up means
Yes.
to you. Let us know your experience with leveling up. Let us know, the pros and the cons. What have you experienced? Definitely send in your questions. And definitely, if you are interested in our Level Up conference, Better Wise weekend, send me your questions, send me your interest. Just say, hey, I'm interested. And then you're going to get some more details. Our registration is not out as yet, but we are getting there and I
Coming.
can't wait,
Mhm.
right? So, Malika, you have the
Yes,
floor.
coming.
We are not just friends, we are like sisters, right? So
Yes.
I know some very interesting things about you, but probably everybody doesn't know. And I want them to get an opportunity to get to know you for who you are. And you have the floor. Go right ahead.
Oh, talk about putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
So I am Malaika Bell, the wife of Paul Bell. You may also know me
Mhm.
as Malaika Maxwell. That's my stage name. I got the authorization by my husband to use my maiden name for the stage so people still know who it is. Um, I am from St. Martin. I've grown up here, went away for a little time, came back, and 10 years after moving back home, I met my husband.
Mhm.
Funny enough, we have so many friends in common, but we never met until we had to meet.
Mhm.
And to kind of tie it into the theme of the conference of what we're talking about tonight, 3 reasons to level up. It was in that phase of my life when I decided that I was leveling up that I actually met Paul. So that's the funny thing about it. It was when I decided to take certain things a lot more seriously in my life and to be a lot more intentional about them. So I was
Mhm.
busy about myself, about improving myself as an individual, as a mother, because I was a single mother at the time when I met him.
Mhm.
Um, that I guess all of that leveling up just kind of permeated, and
Yeah.
that is what attracted him to me. And today I'm
Wow.
happily married, almost 2 years now.
Woo!
So, in a nutshell, that's me. I'm a singer. I'm a photographer. I'm an artist. I do a lot of things um, in different ways. And tonight, I'm
Nice.
here to support my sister, Charmaine, for this really
Yes.
interesting topic that we have.
So everything that you said there sounded to me like it actually started in your mind, because level up for me is like, it's like a shift, right? It's a
Hmm.
decision, it's a new direction, it involves action and movement, of course. You
Definitely.
you may be in one position, physically, one geographical location, but your mind, your vision takes you to levels pre getting there, right? So
Definitely
it
so.
definitely starts in your mind. So for you,
It does.
being a single woman, a single mom, you knew that this was not where I wanted to be. So it's
Hmm.
like you saw the next level before you got there,
Yep.
and you condition your mind that although I may not see it now,
Hmm.
this is not it. This is not the place. This is, I'm in transition. Then I'm evolving, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Whether I'm gonna prepare myself, surround myself with women that can help me become that better wife when that time comes. I'm going to
Hmm.
speak positive. Everything that we talked about this year so
Yes.
far with
Yes.
MOH, right? Speak positive over yourself and determine that I am going to actually make the necessary adjustments, invest in myself to move from one level to the next.
Hmm.
That is
Hmm.
that is level up. That is, sometimes you think that level up is just in your appearance. I mean, there's a time and a place for that as well.
For that as well. Hmm.
But I know many people that were not in a financial state to afford to look the part, like the whole level up look.
Yep.
But mentally, they were already there. And
Hmm.
even if that meant disciplining themselves to get to that point, they did that mentally. They did that in their hearts. They conditioned themselves to, we are going to get there, and this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do it in baby steps. So I'm excited about this topic. I want us to go right into it, um, and talk about some reasons. I have about three.
Hmm.
Malaika, you also have. So what we're gonna
Yeah.
do? Y'all are getting double. Y'all are getting double for your portion tonight. That is how much we value you. That is how much we honor you. That's how much we love you, women. When it comes to genuine friendships and relationships, um, you never get exactly what you expected. You always get more,
Yep. Yes.
always,
And
and that
that's
is
when you know
something.
it's genuine.
Right. And that is something that I really want us to highlight here, because even with you, Malika, in our journey as friends, you've always exceeded my expectations. Like, I hardly have expectations all the time when it comes to friendships and relationships. But every time you get me, you always get me really, really good. And I'm sick of it. I'm really, really, really sick of it. Sick of it. So
That's your husband. That ain't me. That's your husband.
nah, I'm not playing with you today. I'm not. But I want us to get what we came for. Now,
Yeah.
I have three things that I think worked for me. And we have several examples. Like, for example, one of my main level up moments was when I decided to take my health seriously. Um,
Yes.
I never considered myself obese, but after a
Mhm.
while, I noticed that I don't really look like what I really want to look like. I don't feel
Mhm.
good in my skin. I felt like from pre marriage to now, I mean, my husband said he was okay with it. I believe him, kinda, but but for me, I did not feel comfortable. I felt like, okay, the clothes that I wanted to wear or the clothes that I have in my
Mhm.
closet were no longer fitting, and I level up in my mind. I decided, Charmaine, come rain or sunshine, you're not putting this off anymore. Whether you're gonna have to cut some things in your budget, cut out the things that you don't need, but you're gonna find this money to invest in yourself.
Mhm.
Take care of
Mhm.
you.
Mhm.
I am this type of person. I put a lot of effort in everybody else. I love everybody, and I, take time for everybody else. And I sucked at taking care of myself. I really,
Girl.
really, really, really sucked. And it's funny that you are on tonight because you played a major role as an inspiration. I remember in what, like 2015, 2016, somewhere around there,
Yeah.
you going to
That's
the
when it
spin
started.
class. You were a
Mhm.
beast when we used to go to the spin classes, and I would look at you and I'd be like, this woman is a whole mother. single mom, making it every night at the gym, spinning like crazy. No man. Paul was nowhere around at that time.
Nowhere around. He was in the back of the class a couple of times, but I did notice
Ooh,
him. That's to show you how, yeah.
oh my.
I actually
You
have a picture
see?
of him with a friend of mine in the back of the spin class, that he showed me long after. He was like, "You were there?"
Oh my. You were
Yeah,
there?
that
Wow.
was my
You were
husband.
so focused, right? And I would always be like in the back of you. I would notice sometimes like, and I'd be like, I'm out of breath, and I'm like trying to keep up. And I looked at that, and I used to love to position myself like right behind you when we were in class because that is what I saw. And I saw the drive you had, I saw the passion you had for what you did. And then eventually I fall off the bandwagon. I was like, I'm tired of this. Um, and then I picked it up again, and then you were also there
Exactly.
again as an inspiration again. This time it's for real. And I really want to say that in my first point, let me just say this: my first point on how do you, or what are the reasons,
To
what are the
level up.
top three reasons to level up? I would say that when you decide to level up, um, it opens up doors to
Mm,
welcome diverse support. So
yes.
this. Let me explain this. Um, by being exposed to different types of people in your life, not just people that you're comfortable with, not just people that you're friends with. It
Mhm.
allows you, affords you the opportunity to hear from them, be inspired by them, be creative, be driven by their drive as well. It
Mhm.
exposes you to all of these great levels of diversity that is different than what you're accustomed of, right? That is what
Definitely.
it
So,
did for me. And I had a great circle, but none of them were really into that kind of gym life. No offense to them, or no offense to anybody. They were all in perfect shape. Some of them were in perfect shapes. Some of them were not. But there was nobody to really say, "Hey, Charmaine, you know what?" And I didn't look like I was not in good shape. I was just the body that's in between, not so good,
mhm.
but not so great either. So it's like, oh, you're good, you're
Exactly.
fine, you're okay, Shami. But even though you and I, we were not close, but
Mhm.
because of the support that you provided, it was like, I could do this. There's this girl at the gym that every time I see her, she motivates me. So I don't know what's your take on that.
I mean, first of all, you've come a long way since spin class. Let's just put that out there. I don't know if y'all see Charmin gym videos, but she's saying Abby spin. She's right there to go.
Yeah.
So congrats on that. But yes, I agree with your point totally. When you decide to move on to another level in your life, that also comes with change, and it comes with positive change and negative change. But the positive stuff is that you meet other types of people. You meet the people
Mm,
that you need along that part of your life, that journey of your life to take you to that next level. And I've
yeah.
seen that as well. You're talking about your journey in terms of your health. When I decided to take my musical career seriously and move from being
Hmm.
just a background singer to a lead singer, all of the
Wow.
questions that I had, where am I going to find a band? Where am I going to find someone for sound and lights? Where am I, and you kind of always tend to be like, okay, what do I not have to get to this instead of focusing
Right.
on what you
What
have
you
to get
have.
to it? And the right people just kept popping up and are still there with me since I started
Wow.
this journey. So I agree completely with you. Once you
Hmm.
decide to level up, the resources, whether it's financial, whether it's human resources, they just
Hmm.
always fit right there. They're there for you. I'm seeing there's
And
some
you,
other women jumping in.
hi,
There's someone from the
ladies.
UK up late.
Hi, alive events. Hi. I'm so happy to have the UK in, and I'm so happy to have all what 15 of you on. Thank you, ladies. We're talking
Oh.
about reasons to level up, and the
Mm-hmm.
first reason we gave is that you're exposed to diverse support, right?
Yes.
As you level up, and Malaika rightfully said, she now knows one of the you have one of the best bands on St. Martin right now, right?
Shout out
And
to my guys.
that is because you decided to step out. That is because you decided to level up. It's like the musicians are there, but we need singers. If the singers don't level up, who are they gonna play for? You understand?
Definitely.
Um,
Mhm.
um, I needed to level up as well. If I did not release the My Own Husband movement, we would not have this community of dynamic wives. And
Yes.
because I'm exposed to amazing women, I'm the founder, but they are the bomb. The women that are part of the community, y'all are the
Mhm.
bomb. Because of my connection with you, I now have women, for example, in the UK, because someone shared our content, somebody
Mhm.
referred someone to me, somebody referred someone to our community. I have friends and connections and network within in the US and Europe, and we want to hit Africa right now. We're getting there,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
We want to get
Yes.
there, and that is what it does. It just exposes you to diversity. And
Mhm.
something that my husband always says, that your network actually is a reflection of your net worth, right?
Yeah.
um, and the
Definitely so.
more the more you don't keep who you are just to yourself and to your your limited sphere, just your friends, you are actually intentionally revealing all of your glory to the rest of the world and to people that you probably never would have done so if you did not
Agreed.
have what you have, if you
Mhm.
did not carry
Mhm.
what you carry. So my gift has made room for me. This movement has opened doors for me. Your gift as a singer has done amazing things for you. You are that lady that shows up at people's birthday parties and sing for them and just turn their whole birthday upside down. All of that, I'm sure you've been battling with that idea for years. But
Yeah.
you decided this year, last year, come what may, I'm gonna get it right sometimes. I'm gonna
Mhm.
get it wrong sometimes, but I'm
Mhm.
definitely leveling up and I'm definitely
Definitely.
ready to expand, right? So
Mhm.
the support is not just in your circle, your friendship circles. I have to be honest, you know that's me. Um, I got really discouraged like sometimes ago when I felt like my circle was not like there for me. Like the support just felt
Mhm.
like it was just
Mhm.
like like what's happening, that kind of way.
Yeah.
And one of the things my husband was telling me was that that's what you get when you put everything in one basket,
But
right?
that's
You
also
put
what
everything in
happens
one basket.
when you're being nudged to that next level. You start to feel like, okay, what's happening around me?
What's happening, start to get uncomfortable, like, okay, right? So your support system, let me say this, is not your yes women, it's not your yes sisters. That's not what
I
things
don't
I
want
share
to
with
say yes,
Malaika.
but yeah.
And she's like, yeah, it's nice, but yeah. And then I'll be like, what? And she would tell me the rest. There are other women that is also helping me with this movement, and a lot of ideas that I come with, they're like, I wouldn't do it that way, you know, they're respectful still, but they let me know this is not it. They're literally not impressed. I have a very good idea, and they're literally not impressed. And Malika,
Because we
you've
know
been
you
that
can
kind
do
of,
better.
you know that I can do better, right? And most of the time, if not all of the time, it has been proven that you guys were right. And I appreciate that because you need that a part of your circle as well. You need the people that are not impressed. You need the people that see more in you, that see your highest potential, that see your highest level up. And it's like, this is
Mhm.
good, but it's not the best. You need to push harder. So
And you
go
know,
ahead. Mm-hmm.
this that also your circle being honest with you proves to you just how much you are able to level up. And I'm going to explain why. Because
Mm-hmm.
criticism can be accepted, but it can also be rejected. And if you,
Mm.
as an individual, do not understand that you are leveling up and leveling up also means being able to accept constructive criticism, then
Yeah.
you're not quite ready to go to that next level. um
Mm. That's good.
I'm going to take an example of my
That's
band
good.
members that I have
Mm-hmm.
a very open relationship with. I would come with these songs, oh, I want to do this and let's do this and let's do that, and they'd be like, nah.
Mm-mm.
Nah, I
Mm-mm.
don't think you should sing this. This doesn't go with your voice. I think you should pay attention to this line here. I think you should. And I'm not going to lie, until I matured enough to understand where it was coming from, there were moments where it would upset me or it would
Yeah.
hurt me. And then you
Facts.
realize, but this is all part of the process. This
Yeah.
is all, these people are saying this to me because they want, when I hit the stage, that it's the best version of myself that I'm putting out there. And that ties into my first reason to level up.
Mm-hmm.
It pushes you out of your comfort zone. Charmaine, if you had continued doing just your little posts from time to time, and on your Facebook page, the Open My Own Husband page, you put your posts because that's how it started out. Remember, it was just a few
Mm-hmm.
posts here and
Just
there,
a
and
few.
we would
Mm-hmm.
like, we would laugh, and we would share, and then, oh, okay, there's a private group. Okay. So there's another form of building that needs to happen there. So you have to look at your numbers and understand, why aren't they going as fast as I want them to? And sometimes you have people that would
Right.
unsubscribe and you're like, okay, what did they, how, what, you're out of your comfort zone. And then you took another step and you created the exclusive access group. And all of this, these are things that are pushing you out of your comfort zone. But these are challenges that you have to, you know, every time overcome. And for me, that challenge is what fuels me as a mother,
Wow.
as a wife, as a singer. Um, I honestly never thought that I would be able to be married, simply because I am very headstrong. So, and I've been, handling my business on my own for a very long time.
Yeah.
And that aspect, that form of challenge of, okay, this is not something that I necessarily need to tackle right now, or being
Yeah.
able to submit to my husband. And I said, you remember, we spoke about this in a conversation before, where I said it's easy to submit to my husband because he's a leader, he leads, he makes
Mm-hmm.
submission really easy for me. you
Yeah.
know but in another situation it would have been a challenge, and you have to be
Yeah.
ready to take on that challenge. So for
Yeah.
me, that being pushed out of my comfort zone, that's my top reason for leveling up.
Wow. And I mean, you make this sounds very easy. You make it sound actually very interesting, right? I hate to be pushed out of my comfort zone. I like to be put like, don't disturb me. This is what I know. This is what I'm staying with, you know. And even with friendships, relationships, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
familiarity, like you feel safer. These people know me already. I'm not going anywhere, right? And one of the things that you have to understand when it comes to comfort, and I'm speaking to myself, is that
Mm-hmm.
when it's time to go, you don't know it's time to go because you're so comfortable. And
Mm-hmm.
it does not take away the fact that you need to go just because you feel safe, just because you feel okay here, just because you feel comfortable here. You know, I used to judge it based on, well, when it becomes less comfortable, that means it's time to go. But even in moments of comfort, because I'm sure you were also very
Hands
comfortable
and
being a
down.
single woman. As a
Very
single
much
woman,
so.
you felt comfortable too. You were handling your business. You wanted a man, but you felt like, I'm pretty okay. I'm handling my business. You know, I'm taking care of my child. I'm good, right? But if you're
Mm-hmm.
not careful, if you're waiting for the signs of comfort or discomfort to determine whether or not it's time to go, you may find yourself stuck longer than you should, or you may find
Definitely
yourself
so.
holding on to people that you just really need to let go. And I posted this the other day. When it's time for people to go, you need to respect that. When it's time for you to go, you need to honor that. You really need
Definitely
to
so.
like carry on, bye. That's my word for 2021. Like carry on, like it's been
Mhm.
good, but it's time for you to go, and it's okay. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. It's just time for you to level up. I'm keeping you back because sometimes when you have these kind of Facebook posts, people always take it for the other person. No, I am the one keeping
Yes.
you back. It's time for
Mhm.
you to go. You need to go and spread your wings, right?
Mhm.
I probably reached my plateau with you. We are done, right? On this
Yep.
level, and
Mhm.
let's move on. So that's just one. That's just point number one. Let's go to point number two. Ladies, let us know how is this working out for you. Um, let us know. Let us know. And while you're
Yes, some
letting us
new people
know,
came in. We
yes,
have
let's give a
Linda,
shout
we have
out.
Dahlia. Roselia
Hey,
pushes you out of your comfort zone.
yes, girl. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yes. But let me say one more thing though.
Yes.
I have a phenomenal mentor, and
Mhm.
being connected to um, some people, whether people of women of influence or whatever it is that that person is doing for you or helping you with, it opens doors to a whole new world for you, right? There are just some things that cannot happen outside of the right connections, right? And some of you, your next level is highly dependent on who you're connected to. So I want you to be very careful with
Mhm.
that, be
Mhm.
very mindful of that. Yes, we like to talk about cutting off people, but there's some people that you're going to need as
Yep.
well. And my mentor did that for me. She opened up my mind to a whole new world. She opened up my influence to a whole new world. There are people that I could literally probably send a message to and say, so and so sent me. And I'm sure that they will respond.
Yes.
I got a message the other day. Someone wanted to feature me in a women's um, in a women's group. They were highlighting different women on different mountains of influence. And when they reached out to me, I was like, "What?" But when I connected the dots, I realized that it linked right back to my mentor. And she said absolutely nothing to me, and I was like, "I'm sure this is her, right?"
Oh,
Um,
really?
I'm sure this is her. I'm sure this is her. And I haven't spoken to her about it yet because I just want to see how it plays out itself. But the point I
Mhm.
am making is that we like to say, yeah, whatever God has for me will be. Listen, stick a pin there. That is
It's not a
facts,
work.
right?
Mhm.
But at the same time, you have to honor the gifts, the platforms, the authority that God has also given to some people to help you actually go up to the next level. So you
Definitely.
don't have to necessarily work as hard to get where you
Mhm.
need to get. You still have to put in the work, but you may not have to work so hard to do so because you are submitted to something or someone that helps you to step up, right?
Yes.
So pay attention to that. Point number two, I have leveling up. One of the reasons to level up is to help me identify my weaknesses, right?
Mm.
This is, we don't like this. We don't like this part, Malaika. What I don't understand sometimes is that every time we level up in life, people automatically associate that with you feeling like you're better than anybody else, you're arrogant, you have pride, you're cocky, whatever. I have never been more humbled in my life like I have when I started to level up. The level up experience for me in my career, in my business, in my the MOH community has broken me to pieces. So I never understand when you see people elevating that you really think that they are just chilling on a throne carrying out and giving out orders. What? It is a very lonely season in your life when you start to
Mhm.
level up sometimes.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's very lonely, dark. It's just crazy because you can't believe you wanted this so bad, but nobody told
And that this
you
is
this
what
is
it
the
is, really.
work. This is what it is.
Mhm. Mhm.
This is what it is. I can't tell you the times I've been up by myself thinking and strategizing and trying, and then you do all of that and then you don't get the support you want, it's like,
Right.
you go crazy, right? So sometimes you need to really understand people where they're at. You need to be understood as well as you're leveling up. And sometimes you're not going to be understood, but you gotta level up anyway. You
Anyway.
have to. So my weaknesses have been revealed by leveling up.
Hmm.
When you level up, you have not arrived. It's like playing a video game, and every time they ask you if you want to go to the next level, you contemplate
Yes,
because you know if
it
it
can
took
get
me
harder.
to pass this level, how much times is going to take me to pass the next? That is what you start processing in your mind. You're like, okay, I have a little experience with this level of thing. It is not all rosy and dandy. There
Mm-hmm.
are challenges ahead of for me. There are there are weaknesses that I'm going to be exposed to, and I'm not ready to see more weaknesses in Charmin Wilson, right? So it takes humility to say, I'm gonna do it anyway. It's
Hmm.
not you trying to prove a point to nobody. We ain't got time for that. That time is
Not at
over.
all.
When we were
Besides
teenagers,
proving a point to
probably.
yourself.
Yes, right? So I'm exposed to my insecurities, I'm exposed to my weaknesses, but it's not just to say, hey, ha, ha, I'm your weakness, here I am. It is so that I can work on myself to take me higher and higher. So I don't know what you
So
have, Malaika, but
it's
yeah.
funny enough. It's funny enough that that's your second reason, because my second reason was it allows you to discover new skills, talents that you
Mm,
have hidden inside of yourself that you don't know about. Um,
mm-hmm,
Basic example. When I started off my musical career, I would show up and sing, and everything would be there. And then in 2012, I started with Shekia and my sister organizing small events because we were like, there aren't platforms for singers like ourselves who want to do stuff like this. And so we decided to start organizing events. Jumped into it without even knowing what we were getting ourselves involved in. I mean, my sister had experience in organizing fashion shows and different stuff like that in Martinique. I had done a few events for my job. Back then, Shekia had done a few small things, but we're talking about coming up with the concept, all the logistics, finding the venue, finding the band, finding the poster, putting it in the newspaper, doing the radio ads with zero resources in terms of finances, and just still having to perform at the end of the night. And we just discovered, hey, we can do this. We can do this. Like I
yeah.
started to learn how to edit pictures and how to animate little videos using pictures. So it went from the simple PowerPoint to then having things moving around on the screen, and to
Mm-hmm.
now, um 8 10 years later almost, having events like Vision and Voice where I'm just diving into it and I know, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I can, okay, this I don't need to pay someone to do that, I can do that myself. So it forces you to
Yes.
reveal things that are inside of you, because when I
Yes.
was at that other level, I was comfortable with not knowing how to do this. However, I have my vision of how I want things to be. I know how I want it to be executed. So I
Yeah.
have to go to that next level so that the final product that I want, for it to fit the vision that I have. And that for me,
Mm-hmm.
you just got to level up in your skills. Hey, you don't know how to edit pictures? Find some kind of online YouTube tutorial somewhere. The
That's
first
it.
time you might have the wrong proportions and your head might look jacked up on the poster, but the second time around, I guarantee you that you'll
Yep.
get it. And even you, I'm sure that you've seen this with MOH. There's
Yes.
a number of things that in the beginning, I mean, look at this. You're doing lives like a big girl and Darren is not there.
Listen, I never knew I could do that, Malika. I'm like, When Darren moved to Stacia, I was like, that's it. I'm done with MOH. Cancel the whole thing. Like, tell everybody bye. Thank you for the first year. Appreciate y'all. I'll send y'all emails, but I'm not coming on Facebook. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing videos. Bye.
And look at you, you're streaming via YouTube, and these are all skill sets. If someone had said to you 6 months ago, a year ago, hey, you're
Yeah.
going to be doing live events, doing what? you know, had,
I would have never
had
thought that.
15 years ago, if someone had been telling me, well, you know what, you'll be having events and you'll have 150, 200, 300 persons in a room, they coming to do what? To see who? Me? No. But I
Wow.
discovered these different skill sets, and that for me as well, that shows when you've reached to another level. So you have to also level up in the way you do things.
Yes.
And I think that that's something, just to plug the conference, the people are going to
Yeah.
see the difference in the level up,
Yes. Woo!
compared to Better Wives Weekend the last time.
Yes.
Personally, y'all don't want me to be telling you too many times.
Yeah. Go ahead,
You,
girl.
you
You tell the
need
people.
you need to sign up for this conference. Honestly, it's a wonderful experience, and the vision that Charmaine has for it this year is completely into the theme. I personally can't wait for the promo to just go viral, because you've been
Yes.
teasing us for the last couple of days, and it's like, okay, so what's happening? Like, when is this coming out there?
I'm like,
Yeah,
y'all better be
yeah.
interested. Y'all better sign up. And if you sign up first, you never know we always have surprises, right? So
Hmm.
don't wait last minute to sign up. Level up, sign up. As soon as the link comes out, click on it. Just click
Yeah,
on it. And
yeah,
whatever the link tells you to do, just do it. I'm telling you, you're not
exactly.
going to regret it. You're not going to regret it. But I'm enjoying this conversation. I have another point, Malika. I feel
Hmm.
like after this conversation, I'm gonna sit down and go back to the drawing board with a lot of stuff because you're saying some things, confirming a lot that I've said, but some things that you said just not just have me like, okay, Charmaine, you feel like you've leveled up from last year to now, but baby girl, there's a lot more. There's more. I sometimes I feel like God looks down on me and he's like, so you feel like this is it. You feel like you're done. No, you're not. I have more
Girl.
for you to do.
Hmm.
And it's like, okay, God, can't you just package it? Like, and just give it to me all in 2021 and then let that be everything onwards?
No.
No, this is just a step. This one is just a
Hmm.
step. And there's more. There are more people that I have to be connected to. I have to.
Definitely. Yes.
You are a part of my journey and I'm a part of yours. And that's just the way it is. And that
Hmm.
is why I purpose in my heart to allow fruit to speak to me, to speak for me, sorry. And my
For you, yeah.
husband, shameless plug, get my husband's book,
Got
God Fruit.
to.
It's on Amazon. So after this, go straight on Amazon and get it. But he always tells me that, Charmaine, at the end of the day, whether people like you or not, they've been with you or not, they support you or not, they were good with you, now they're no longer good with you, or whatever. Even the same thing for you, Charmaine. At the end of the day, fruit will always remain.
Yeah.
And let your fruit speak for you. You can only say things like, well, I didn't always like her hair, or she ain't all of that, or you could say things like that,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, whatever encounter you had with me, I wanted to be that impact that would be long lasting, right?
Totally.
That there's something that you learned. There has to be something that I have learned from you, Malika, that can take me on my journey. Even
Hmm.
if even if we're not close again, at least I
Yes.
could always remember. I one thing with Malaika, she was always leveling up now. She was always pushing. She was always, and that is something that I'm taking with me throughout the journey. And that
Hmm.
is that is the experience that I want to create and have, as a legacy in my life. that we are
Hmm.
not just connected because we like each other. I mean, I'm done with that. I don't need you to like me, right? But we need to be
So
connected because
true.
of purpose. We need to be connected because we got work to
Hmm.
do.
Hmm.
Also, we need that kind of connection. And when the work is done,
Yes.
man,
Yeah. And I mean,
right.
I think it's something that I think it's something that's cultural as well. Um,
Mm,
and the fact that we live on a small island, so to speak.
true.
There's a lot more relation. There's a lot more emotions, tied to things.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but I mean, in the industry, in the business world, you meet people and you got to work on a project with that person for a very limited, determined time, and you have to give
yep.
it your all. The only thing that links you is that project. And when that project is dead, it was
That's
great
it.
meeting you. I'll keep your contact. If anything comes up, I'll call you.
I'll call
And people
you.
and people are cool with it. Um,
Yeah.
and I also think that leveling up forces you to kind of categorize your relationship as well.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
that's good. That's
uh,
good.
there are people that are, and it can be family, and that's where sometimes it gets a bit tricky. But there are people who are with you for a season for a reason. How
Yeah,
that saying goes. But
yeah.
there are people who are going to be part of your leveling up, others who will not be, but that doesn't mean that the relationship is terminated either.
Mm-mm. No,
It's
no.
just it's part of you. They will be involved in that part of your leveling up, and the others will not.
Right.
And we should be fine with that as well.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that. Um, Another thing I was gonna say is, did you give your point, Malaika? Or
What my third point was that is
oh,
kind of knowing, for me, what was
mm-hmm.
interesting with leveling up is that it revealed certain relationships to me. It revealed
Mm,
certain person's place and role in my life. I have
mm-hmm.
people that I don't speak to often, but when I speak to them, every time we speak, I go away feeling like I got a punch in my stomach, like, girl, wake up.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have a purpose, you have a reason, there's something that you need to. So long you tell me you're getting that done and it's not done yet. I want to speak to you until it's done again. You
Right.
know, my sister, Haiti, I'll go to Haiti and be like, okay, I want to do this, da, da, da. And she's like,
Wow.
okay. And I know that there are people in my life that,
Mm-hmm.
that are there to help me level up. And then there are
Yeah.
others who are there for other reasons. So when
Mm-hmm.
I decided, again, I always take that example with my music because that is one of the biggest areas where I I I can see the growth, I can see the leveling up. In my music, I realized that there were people that I needed in the beginning to
Mm-hmm.
kind of get my feet wet, but that they were
Mm-hmm.
not going to go along with me.
Yeah.
Um, and even in that process of leveling up, there's been people that I've been good with, not good with, and then good again with them. And but it's all part of the process. And within
Yeah.
those moments when we didn't quite find our rhythm together, when we sat down and hashed it out, we're like, you know what? We're actually better together than separated. So
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
let's just keep it
Let's
moving.
just
Let's level up together.
let's level up together. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
that's my.
How do we handle ladies, please send your questions in, okay? But how do we handle when you feel like the effort that you're putting in into the relationship or the partnership, let's speak partnership,
Mhm.
uh, that it seems like it's unbalanced. It's imbalance. It's just one sided. It's I'm always the one,
Mm.
investing in making sure that you level up. But when it's my turn, I can't find you. I can't see you. You're just gone. You know.
I think I, I
Go
think that's
ahead.
always a bit I think that's always a bit complicated, and that also comes back to categorizing things. It's
Mm-hmm.
not because you, Charmaine,
Mm-hmm.
want me, Malaika, to level up, and that you're able to push me to level up, that means that I am able to push you to level up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else
That's good. That's good.
is who has that role in your life. You have your mentor.
Right.
I would never be
Right.
able, I'm saying I would never be able. I don't know if my role is to help you level up the way your mentor will. You know,
Right.
sometimes we think that everything is two ways, and it's
Mm.
not necessarily that way. It's connected dots, you know. Um, I've had that. I've had that. Oh my God, it's only me who got to do this. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
in that equation, in that group of persons, I am the catalyst. But there's another
Yeah.
group in which I am, someone else is the catalyst. And in that group, I will find the person that has the role of making me level up. So I
Yeah.
think that sometimes we kind of feel like, okay, well, if I'm putting this out, then I should be receiving this from you. But maybe that's not that person's role in that setting for you.
Right. It's like you're putting an expectation on them that they were not purposed to carry out. Like
Exactly.
they were not purpose to do that for you. And I
Exactly.
think when we do not clearly define relationships, like you said, categorize them, um, sometimes it's not that you intentionally did not categorize it properly. It's just that when the relationship started, we didn't have a reason to do that.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
I've been in relationships with plenty of people, and we did not have a reason to define anything because we were
Mhm.
all just okay with where we were at. So it's like
Mhm.
church, out, eat, send a message, call, laugh, finish, right?
Right.
You did not really find your place yet as a person and purpose wise. You knew what God called you to do, but you didn't
Mhm.
really start to execute. And like you said, the minute you start to level up, that's when you start realizing, okay, like I love you,
Mhm.
but we don't we yeah, there's an elephant in
No
the
hard
room.
feelings.
There's
Right.
something happening. There's something going on, right? And instead of
Mhm.
taking it personal, and that's something that speaks to me and that I had to work through. Instead of taking it personal, because I am so clingy, I'm so like everybody gotta be good together. We gotta be kumbaya all the time. Like we all gotta be
Mm-mm.
good, right? Because I'm that type of person, it makes me more uncomfortable to actually admit that this is where we come to the end of the road. Like, so instead of seeing that they could not give more than what they did, I see it that I gave and you did not give in return.
Mhm.
And if you leave the relationship on that note, you will always carry this bitterness. This you will never have that resolve that it is what
Mhm.
it is, and they did their best. They
Oh.
literally did their best, and you need to honor them for that. Thank you. Like you whatever you give to me, that was your best, and that's where it ends, right? Um,
Mhm.
and they need to be released gracefully, like no hard feelings. We don't have no beef. We
Exactly.
don't talk like before, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm not gonna beat you up for what you could not have done. So
Exactly.
I
If
love
it's
that.
not
I love
inside
that.
that person, they can't pour that into you.
They
You know,
can't pour it into you.
they
They
haven't
can't pour
reached
it.
to and I'm saying they haven't reached to that place. It could just be that that's not their role for
Hmm.
you.
Right. For me. Right. Right. That's another thing too. Because then you
Mhm.
would see somebody else will say, "But I don't have that experience with Charmaine." Yeah,
Exactly.
because she was not assigned to you that way, or that person, the other
Exactly.
person that way. Right. So
And
I
I've
love that.
I've had that experience so many times. And that's why I'm grateful for my circle, for the people who really know me. As
Mm-hmm.
much as I'm a very public person and I know a lot of people, I have very little friends, friends. And people would say that I would come off as stuck up, or it's just that I'm actually rather reserved.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that it is. So you would have people like, oh, but she don't really talk to me like that, and others would be like,
Mm-hmm.
Malaika's really cool. Like you should get to know her. She's she's very down to
Yeah,
earth, you know.
yeah, you
And it's
are very
just
down to
that,
earth.
and I know that sometimes people would see me on stage with the hair and the makeup and the lights and the whole thing and think like, oh, she gotta be like you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I think on my third date with my then boyfriend, we went to get something to eat after my performance, and it was like, just hold on, please. And I ripped my I dropped them into my bag. My sister hates that story. And I dropped them into my bag. I was like, you need to know, like, this full face makeup thing, like, this is not me on a regular. Like, I couldn't wait to
Right.
take these things off. And Paul just laughed because there was such a discrepancy between who you see on stage
Stage
and
and
me in real life. Um, but I think, people people recognizing what are other
yeah,
person's role in their life at what stage and at what level in their life is extremely important, and it avoids a lot of painful breakups. Because let's be real,
yes,
a friendship, when you part ways with a friend, it's a breakup, and
yeah,
emotionally it's hard as well. So I think that if
mm-hmm.
we all understand where we fit in each other's lives, it makes that process of leveling up so much simpler. It's like, you know what? You were really awesome with me during this time, and I'm transitioning into something else, and we're cool with knowing that you're not coming along, or that I'm not coming along during your leveling up process. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that I ain't gonna still be right there on the sidelines.
Go ahead. I refer. Like check her out. She's pretty good at what she does. Go ahead. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I
Yeah.
love that. I love this. Let me go into my third point and then
Hmm.
so leveling up for me, I had to do leveling up. I had to level up, sorry, because I needed to take the risk with
Mm.
trusting myself and believing in my greatness. Now I know people will be like, "Oh my God, you only gotta trust God." I trust Him enough
That's yourself.
to trust what He placed in me. I am not putting my trust in myself above Him.
Hmm.
If I trust in Him, then I don't trust the greatness that He placed in me, then I'm still slapping Him in His face because I
Yep.
am not taking ownership for the grace He has placed on my life to speak or to be in certain rooms or to sit at certain tables. I am
Hmm.
actually wasting my time, wasting the influence that He's given me, wasting the gift that He has given me, and it does not bring honor and glory to His name. So I had to take a risk. And that risk meant that um, I had to be prepared for what people would say. Because, like you said, coming back to our geographical location, culturally speaking,
Hmm.
anytime you start to love your greatness too much, people feel like, well,
And so
you
that.
you better humble yourself.
Hmm.
You better don't forget where you came from. Don't forget God. I'm like, how am I forgetting God by fulfilling what He asked me to do? I'm actually honoring Him more than you are actually policing me. So we don't need greatness police. We don't need that. We don't need humility police. We don't
Hmm.
need that because what it's doing is actually crippling people. And I saw my mentor posted today that you can be, women have been suppressed so much that you can be great, but just not too great. You can be beautiful, but just not too beautiful.
Atum. Hmm.
You can be ambitious, but just not too much. Just be ambitious enough that makes Malaika comfortable. But
Hmm.
anytime you go beyond that, and Malaika, who has a strong voice in community, starts saying things about you or whatever,
Hmm.
start to feel like you're personally attacked and that you should just go back in your shell. But I say the devil is a liar tonight, and I free every woman that's watching and listening. You
And
have too much greatness in you, too much glory in you. You're carrying it. It's seen already. Whether you try to dim it or whatever, there's some true prophets or visionaries or whatever. They're gonna see it in you. They'll be like, "What you
hmm
doing? You can't hide. I
Mhm.
could see it right through you. And that has been my life. I've, trust me, I've tried to hide for a long time. I'm like, y'all message me on WhatsApp. You need any advice, empowerment, your wife, you're struggling with something, you want to talk, message me on WhatsApp, but I will not come on Facebook. That was me for a very long time because I felt like the
Mhm.
minute you come out, people are gonna be like, but how many years marriage you have under your belt that you feel you could talk to people?
I
You know,
know, right?
like I think I told you that too, Malaika. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pulling everybody out. As long as you have zero point 0.5 seconds married, you've learned something that you could share with somebody.
Mhm.
Literally. Before you got married, you were in a relationship with this man. And you were in probably relationships prior to that. So you didn't learn anything? Of course.
Exactly, exactly.
You learned something. What to not look
Yes.
for. What to not look for.
Yep.
That's a topic in itself because you've had failed relationships or whatever. What to not look for in
Mhm.
a man. What to look
Mhm.
out for as a red flag. That's a whole series,
Mhm.
a whole series by itself, right?
Girl.
Don't don't let anybody dim your
Mhm.
lights. Don't let anybody dim your glory. Take a chance with yourself. You took a chance
Right.
by marrying your husband. You didn't even know the man properly. You married him, right?
Yes.
You took a chance to get pregnant. You didn't even know how pregnancy would go for you and what labor was all about until when you got in
Mhm.
a hot seat. You took a
Mhm.
chance with jumping in your car. Take a chance with yourself, with your own life. I know me best. So I know that even though I might feel a little scared about this new venture or whatever that new project, whatever, I
Mhm.
trust myself enough that even though when I feel weak, I can still call on Malaika. I can call on this person. I can call on Rosalia. I can call on Linda. That I can have them as my accountability partners to say,
Mhm.
listen, I think I feel a little weak here today, but I believe I can do it. I just need your encouragement, right? I needed to level up to trust myself again and to believe in myself.
Definitely so.
You believing in
Yeah.
everybody else. You need to believe in yourself. So
Mhm.
I'm excited about that part in this level of process. And all these points that we're talking about is just little nuggets of what we're about to experience for our level up, better
For the
wives, weekend.
conference.
I can't
Mhm.
tell you enough how great it's going to be. The choice is in your hands. I can only present it to you. When the registration comes out, I pray you will sign
Yes.
quickly as possible. We're gonna have a lot of gifts and surprises. We're gonna have amazing speakers. I don't play when it comes to my speakers. You can talk to
No,
my like
you
tell you.
don't.
I
No,
don't
you
play.
don't.
My husband,
Charmaine
he
be dropping some names and be like,
yeah.
ooh,
My
okay.
husband is always like, "Will you find this? Who's this, Charmaine?" I'm like, "Well,
Exactly.
I've been following her for a year now." Yeah, but how do you know her? I don't know her. I'm gonna message her and I'm going to propose what I do and see
Mhm.
where we go from there. And
Exactly.
every time I do that, like again, coming back, taking a chance with yourself. I trust that I carry something valuable and that when I present it to the world, they are going
Mhm.
to honor it. And as
Mhm.
God is my witness, every single time we talk about MOH or present it to strangers, they are like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to come. I'm ready to be a part of what you're doing. So
And
believe
that's
in
your
what you're
network
doing.
being connected.
That's my network. That's my
That's
network being
yeah.
expanded. That's it. So we are leveling up, and it's not just us, it's you. It's you because we are adding value to you. I am not bringing no wishy washy nothing to MOH. I am not. And if my husband is listening, I know he's probably getting gray again because anything that is quality based with excellence is going to cost you, right? It does cost me. So I want that whenever we put things out and it's for free, I want you to take advantage of it because I am determined in my heart to make
Yeah.
sure that I'm adding value to every wife that is connected to MOH. I am literally canceling out all excuses. Nobody, I don't want anybody to say we never talked about this. We never covered this.
Mm-hmm.
You you
Mm-hmm.
you were left for the dogs to figure out this thing. No, we're gonna talk about everything that affects us, for the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever. But we're not leaving anything unturned. Not. We're not. So
Definitely. And I mean, ladies, Charmaine mentioned the free resources. These are, you have the My Own Husband page. You have it's a closed group, but there's a lot of free stuff going on in it, which is the Better Wives for Better Life private group. We support each other. We have some really wild conversations at times, but who doesn't like to get a little wild from time to time? That's why it's done privately. But it's really, there's a lot of it's a safe space where you can talk about any topic that relates to you being a wife, to you being a better wife. And we're all growing together. You have wives
right.
who've been married. You have fiancés waiting to be married. You have wives who've been married for a year. You have wives who've been married for 40 years. You have wives who've been married for 5 and 6 and 10 years, and we're all in this group exchanging. And then
Yes.
we have these yearly events. We have little challenges, like for Valentine's Day, we had the brag about your man challenge. and but the conference every year, I keep saying conference because for me, this is where we're
It's a
going.
conference. It's a virtual
COVID needs to
conference. Let's do
behave.
it.
COVID
Yes.
needs to behave, and we need to all be together in a
Yes.
room. The other day, I was driving with my husband, and he said, "You know something? I seen you in Chapman and them in a room with 3,000 women and all I there. Yes." But
Yes.
yeah, there are a lot of free resources already there. And then you need to, as Charmaine said a while ago, you need to have trust, and you need to take risks at times. And for
Yeah.
me, where you really took a risk, quote unquote, was then passing on to this next level, which is the paid membership for the exclusive group, where really, guys, this is another level again. The
Mm-hmm.
way when I actually signed up, for that group and I saw the way things were presented, I personally, as close as I am to both of you, I was blown away. So, you know, the information isn't out there yet, but as soon, first of all, like the page, My Own Husband page, then request to be added to the private group, because when that information drops, although it's a virtual event, you want to be amongst the first ones. Anybody who knows any
Yes.
events that Charmaine has done, there's always something reserved for the first X amount of women who sign up. And I really think, I feel the dynamics. I feel how the women are excited about this. We're really, really, really anticipating to have you all with us on this experience.
Yes. Can we give some air hugs? Like, oh my God, I love all of you. Literally, love every single one of you.
Oh,
Malaika, I mean,
Roselia say her husband, her husband, they're singing level up.
listen, we're gonna close off on level up for sure. But yeah, everything Malaika said was just so beautifully said, and this is why I spoke so strongly about diversity in your support system, right? I didn't even tell Malaika to say this. Like I was trying to promote my own self, my own events, right? Malaika just did it, and that is what I was talking about. The support that you need that would exceed your expectations. For years, I have prayed for God to connect me with people, and He has, um, with people that gave just as much as I gave to wherever. The seeds that I have sown anywhere, I pray that one day I can see the return on that. Like genuine friendships, right? And I have been blessed so far in my whole journey in life. You didn't get them all in big bulks, but for every season in your life, you've experienced genuine friendships and connections. And Malika, you are definitely um, a consistent friend, a sister. I think when we connected, it was supposed to be the other way around. I was talking to Darren about that. I was like, I was supposed to be the friend, like the friend to Malika, but she came around and she became that to me. And that is just You came to us for one thing, and we end up being blessed in like a trillion ways. I never would get that. I just don't get that, right?
God, girl.
So I don't know. I just don't get that. And I started sharing a lot about enjoying your harvest season, because
Hmm.
sometimes we get so overwhelmed with being sowers. And it's not like you're okay. Let me so I could get something. Oh my God, I need to get
No,
something.
yeah.
Is that
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
becomes a natural thing for you. That's all you do. You just giving. And then when you start to reap, it's like, well, what is this for? Why y'all doing this? I don't understand. Because you're not so comfortable with that harvest place. So this year the Lord has really worked on me from the inside. I need you to relax and receive now. I really need you to receive now.
Yes.
And you and Paul did that for me. I'm so much so that I'm done with y'all. I'm tired of you all. If you all team up with my husband again against me,
I don't
I
know what's
am
coming up.
I'm, Malaika, I'm coming for your locks. I know that that's gonna touch Paul. That's gonna disturb Paul because I know how much he loves your locks. I'm coming for your locks. I'm telling you, I'm coming for your locks because that's the only way y'all gonna stop. That's the only way, and I'm sure he's probably messaging me now, giving me the eye or something. But I'm coming for the locks. I'm gonna come for the locks. But ladies, this has been real. Malaika
Yeah,
Bell, thank you so much. I
it
want
was
you
my
ladies to
pleasure.
go follow Malaika, social media. She's on IG. She's Malaika Maxwell on
Malaika one
IG.
on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Malaika One on Instagram, on Facebook. You can follow her as Miriam Bell.
Mm,
That's her personal. I don't know if she's gonna accept everybody, but also she has her public page, which
yeah.
is
Malaika
Malaika
Maxwell.
Maxwell. Right? Please follow her. Please support her. And then she is Lady Sing Grams. Right? If you have any kind of events like birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, whatever.
Whatever it is.
Listen, gonna pop up in the place with her nice outfit, her face, her hair. That alone took your event from one value to the next, one level to the next. That was the level up right there when Malika shows up. She's always well kept, always well put, always beautiful. Like you never have a bad hair there. Like
Thank
never.
you.
Jeez, man.
Yeah,
That
man. These babies be misbehaving at times.
but always beautiful, always beautiful, and
Thank you.
that is something that I'm genuinely admiring about you. And keep it up because that's just something that you carry. Nobody can take that away from you. So you want to level up your events, level up your life experiences, you got to get connected with Malika and what she's doing, and many more things that you're going to hear about as time goes by. Ladies,
Thank
you didn't
you.
get three, you actually got 6 reasons. Six! Six
The level up
reasons.
is real.
6 reasons. We'll be back again next week. I'm gonna have somebody else, so you better
Nice.
stay tuned. And our countdown to Better Wives Weekend, it's on. The countdown is on. Be connected, stay connected, join our group, stay connected to us. Ladies who are part of the community, let's go over into our group right now as soon as this is over and let people know exactly what you learned and how you experienced this with us tonight. And let's have fun. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Yeah. Group hug again. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.